Momeniti koini, e tau whawhea ia eiki whawhalanglangi o Katoanga whakakoloni. Ako e Princess Pure, kaini ko Princess Salote Mafile'o Pilolevu. Whitau lalo ka e toa nge mua hakoloa o Katoanga o e ahoni. O kataki, tau paspasi mai e whawhalanglangi e ho. Wow.
I acknowledge the presence of the Almighty God in our midst today, the one true God of the Kingdom of Tonga, the living God. Lord Vaya and the nobles of the realm, Honourable Huakava Meiriku, Prime Minister of Tonga and Minister for Education and Training, Honourable Cabinet Ministers, Your Excellencies, Diplomatic Corps, Reverend Alfereti Atiola and members of the clergy, Mr. Edgar Cocker, Chief Executive Officers of the government, Directors of the Missions Education System, Principal, teachers, students, parents, Teachers Association, and distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor to be here today on the occasion of the official opening of the new Tonga Side School building at its new location here at Tofoa. I have been informed that this year, 2022, marks the 57th year since its establishment in 1965, but perhaps I beg to differ. I think that Tonga Side School is at least 10 years older than 1965, because I went to Tonga Side School and I'm 70. In 1954, His late Majesty George Tupou V and Her Royal Highness Princess Mere Siwirikutapu attended Tonga Side School before they departed for boarding school in Auckland in 1958. However, it is indeed a much-awaited milestone because after moving to various different locations, it is a tremendous relief for staff, students, and especially the parents of Tonga Side School to finally call this place home. This area was originally called Ngataepuko. I grew up here as my father, His late Majesty Tupou IV, was the first chairman of Tonga Copra Board. Api Mataka is called because Mataka is the Tongan name given to copra and coconut products, which was produced here. The first factories in Tonga was built here at Tofoa. The Tonga Copra Board built homes which still stand today to house members of its board and overseas experts. There was a desiccated coconut factory here which processed, packaged, and shipped to overseas consumers. I know of one lady, Tongan lady, Merehifo Takapu, who used to work at this desiccated coconut factory, and she's still living. There was a coconut furniture factory which also made coconut floor tiles. The Wesleyan Church at Perehake have the most beautiful coconut floor tiles in the Pacific region, all made by Tongan craftsmen in the peak years of Tonga Copra Board. TCB, or Tonga Copra Board, employed the largest number of people outside of the Tongan government. It also had a construction division, which built most of the houses that are left, including this house, which is now owned by the Safi family, but was the residence for the Tonga Copra Board chairman, His Majesty, and it is the house where I grew up. It also had a wonderful community feeling because many people lived here with their families. Also in this area, I believe to the back of me, there was the first Tongan police canine unit operated by Akauola and Paula Vivili and their Alsatian dogs. This new site and building is a timely decision by the ministry, especially in light of recent events, the volcanic eruptions and tsunami, highlighting yet again our vulnerability as an island nation to natural disasters. Today takes me back to those early years of when I was a student of this school. Tonga Side School was established to ensure that appropriate education was provided to cater for every child's need in Tonga. Most of our school principals in my day were from New Zealand, and only the English language was permitted to be spoken at school. It was established to provide for education of the royal children and children of the nobles, expatriates, foreign dignitaries, and prepared some of its students to become kings, prime ministers, nobles, diplomats, and leaders of various community groups. And so I'm very pleased and proud that this school, established more than 57 years ago, is still here today. Sometimes Tonga Side School is perceived in a negative light, that this school tends to encourage the isolation of the children of the haves from the have-nots, widening the gap between Tongans and those who use English as a first language at home. I want to reiterate today that this is an inaccurate interpretation of the founding purpose of Tonga Side School. Tonga Side School was established to cater for the need of every child growing up in Tonga and to nurture future leaders of Tonga and future leaders of the Tongan communities overseas. Tonga Side School pupils were required to have a good command of the English language at the end of their years here. I wish to congratulate the Honourable Prime Minister and Minister for Education and Training and your ministry for your commitment to invest in building safer and resilient school buildings for the children of Tonga. This investment is a testament to your commitment to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 4 to achieve quality education and our national outcomes to achieve more inclusivity and sustainability by empowering human development. Delivery of education in unprecedented times of global pandemic and natural disasters is extremely challenging for a small island nation like the Kingdom of Tonga. The drive to achieve quality education and to keep up the delivery through the use of digital technology, online learning, and digital literacy will be one of many activities to implement nationwide. I also acknowledge and thank Their Excellencies, the Diplomatic Corps, and the international community, all public and non-government organizations, home and abroad, church leaders, stakeholders, parents, teachers, associations, families and friends of Tonga Side School for all your generous support and donations to the school. As I pause to recall memories of Tonga Side School, one that stands out is what we called the Rain Tree song that was sung under the rain tree. Principal, I hope you do get to plant another rain tree here, for this song will be very useful when children sing it. We always sang the Rain Tree song after the national anthem at every assembly, which I would like to share with you today. Here goes. Let us all remember long, this the school where we were young, and as we recalled this place of Tonga Side School, let us praise. Here we make strong, lasting friendship, learn our lessons, played with gladness. For the future we are set, for the future we are set. Underneath the shady tree, faith and knowledge set us free. Tonga Side School is a place of songs and laughter and joy and grace. Here the rain tree firmly grounded, stretching upward still and outward, for our hearts and minds are set, for our hearts and minds are set. On a personal note, the song exemplifies the rain tree as a metaphor, educating the child to be firmly grounded and empowering each and every one of them to pursue further academic success based on the foundational education they received at Tonga Side School. I therefore wish the principal and all the current staff and students of Tonga Side School a blessed and successful academic year. I also encourage you to please take good care of our new academic facilities, and maintenance is essential. Finally, I wish everyone here a safe and peaceful year to get vaccinated if you are not vaccinated already. Hoping God will continue to keep Tonga under His mighty wings, so that not even a powerful tsunami or an unexpected volcanic eruption would harm us. God bless you. Stay safe. Ofatu.
Mataka whanau katoe ai maha pas leo lahi. Koro ai Katongani. Ula matatoa, moni ai taha ngahi tanga e lago unga whanua. E mai moa ofa siare ke taha no ngahi kupua kupehe. Kua puputu hoku atamai i he koroa e Katoangani. Koe nai helo ku nei ai taha kai awhi i mamani. Whawhitai ai fu whakoroa e aho. O whatauange be, Māku ke mea i beula te matatoa ku. Hu fia pe Faleako ka mai whanau. He tua e nau whakaukau he fu apeako whaau koen. Ngalo ke ai ke tonu e tau motua e apeako. Nea ngoia, umea ia te tau toki ala whalirei veki mui. Kai whaisi ai, ai fu koroa e aha koen. Ene behe kou whawhi ai o Faleako ka mai whanau ako, ange be ko ho mea tahine, i nau lawa mai o ahi ange ke hiwai. ai fo hiwa ko ni tonga saitsku na ku talo no eke a tona ki he mau hen ko ha ko hingo ai fo hiwa o ko be ke na ilo na tolo hingo wa ba we ke na ilo ta motua ana wa ya ke tono fo hiwa BroadComm o lava mai mo ka hiwa o hiwa ai rain tree song ai ni go me mai ya fa lang ya ho tonga saitsku kauhiwa mo o kata ki pasi mai tau whana wako mo i amanak ke nau hiwa ai hiwa api ako waro Malo atu ke tau kauhiwa ula matatoa tau whanawhana mai be tu ke tau Katoanga pena tonu wano hiwa i pe kai tau whamalo tau hongo i pe hange pe Huufi pe tonu hiwa mawhana i whanau mo menit goni u whawhe ai i pare mia Tonga ako ik mistai ako mo ako ngawe ona bo waka Ameriko mea mai whakahoko ai tau rea whamalo. Malo.
Tapu ke Otua mafi. Tapu ki he whawhalangi. Highness Princess of Tonga. Princess Salote Mafile'o Pilolevu Tuita. Tapu ki a Otua. Pagwe sea komi kakato e Faleako pamoho weki. Tapu en ke ho weki misa kalauni kau mai kau fafofonga Faleako. Patu pe mua ke wa faki he whakatapu kakato ko sea faki. He kamataanga tau programa. Kai whakakato pe mua ki whakamalo koini. Tau whawhita ki Otua mafi. E de tofa hala le rei. Leo ngoi tau lo fu ai ngai whaingata. Kada e wholoa whoke e tatari. E hage e peka ikai. Kai whawhitai. Nai ko tofa mai pehono taimi. Ke whakakato ai. E tau misin. Ula matatoa. Paulau ta pua ki he lau maari le rei e ta Highness Princess pure. Kai bea mai, ke whakailongai, ai ki ngā ue koin ko lava. Ko tau ho maulangi, ka kātou e mau fia he ahoni. Ko ho mea mai, ko tau kau whakataha he aho mau ingani. Ka kua fotu eiki ai, he mau whakalokuan. Ko take five ai a Mataka. Pea kua whakatonu ai, se o mau ve hala. Ula matatoa, ko ke toi whakakoloa e Katoangan. Ka kou honge he rea, ki whakamatala ai maawhana makehi hokloto. E koloa ko ia koto. Tok monia e tau rea, kai ai pe manwaiwai, e whangota ai lultai. Your Royal Highness, thank you for gracing us with your presence. And thank you for sharing your wisdom. Thank you for honoring this ceremony and all of us, the ministry, parents, and students, by marking the rebirth of Tonga Side School in her new home in Mataka. Thank you to the Taxing Construction Company for your tireless efforts and time in making sure that we can have this ceremony before the start of the academic year, and that these lucky students can start in their brand new classrooms. Say. Thank you to Reverend Alfred Atiola for blessing these classrooms. And thank you to the presidents and the members of the Parents and Teachers Association for all your support during this rebuilding time. The ministry certainly look forward to your continuing support as we embark on the second phase of our rebuilding of Tonga Side School. Thank you to the Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Infrastructure, Ministry of Lands and Survey, and of course, the Acting CEO of Ministry of Education, Porapate Town Sila, Manokaola, the Deputy CEO for Finance, Hepeti, Kaukeifanga, and Iskerioko, and all the staff of the ministry for your belief and support for this key project, and all your dedication and efforts in making this dream a reality. Your Royal Highness, Kofi Annan, the former Secretary General of the United Nations, once said that literacy is a bridge from misery to hope. Today, Your Royal Highness, you have opened this bridge. This bridge that will bring hope to a lot of our youth. And on behalf of those who will use this building, who will use this bridge in many years to come, we thank you. I sincerely hope that we, not just Tonga Side School, but all the schools in Tonga, have a blessed and a successful academic year. Leva lea, malo au.